gyms are a relatively recent phenomenon. I mean, honestly, in the 80s, gyms weren't very popular. I mean, it's really over the last 35, 40 years that gyms have become popular because, back 50 years ago, there were hardly any gyms because, people were outside working all day long. They didn't need to go to the gym. They were outside doing the things, the movement, the things you're talking about, and getting sun all day long.
Yeah, I kind of, now that you mention that, it kind of makes me think about when we were moving houses, several years ago, and we were packing up stuff, and the movers were there, and the movers were Mexican people or Mexican Americans, but they were clearly of Hispanic heritage. And here they are, they're moving boxes all day long, and they're just, again, it's a very physical, demanding job. And one of the things that I have them move, I'm actually I pack up my dumbbell set. And they take my dumbbell set. So here's like the white guy, he's got his dumbbell set that the Hispanics are picking up and like they're moving. And I'm thinking to myself, they've got to be laughing at this, how they're just physically active on the job. Our ancestors, they were hunters, they were gatherers. You pick up your kid and you carry him over there. You're building shelter. You're just so busy and you're moving, as opposed to let's go to the gym and let's pump out a bunch of weights and maybe again, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I guess probably, and people like Jack LaLanne and some of those people again early on, in the 70s, and how they're getting people to build muscle mass in the gyms, and of course how you can make profit off of that. But and I will say one thing: if you are someone who does like to go to the gym or uses a trainer, talk to the trainer and see if they can develop a program for you that also exists outside. So trying to use nature to help build muscle mass, or even just getting outside and do push-ups, pull-ups, squats, lunges, carrying weights, and do that outdoors. I think the more you do that, the more time you spend outdoors, the longer you live. I used to road bike and mountain bike out of a place in Chicago, Shawn, and their place on the window of their store, it said there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothes.
Yeah.
And that says a lot for Chicago, because there's definitely some bad weather. But the point being, is that, hey, listen, get dressed up. We live in the mountains of Colorado, and a lot of the mornings we wake up and it's 0, and I could either, if I want to get outside, I got to bundle up, I got to dress up, but I want to get my eyeballs in the sun. I want to get some kind of skin into the sun. Again, I want to hammer home that point of like the skin is, solar panel, and back how that pertains to cholesterol and what would be perceived as elevated cholesterol levels. And like you said, the elevated cholesterol is a response to inflammation in the body. And the needs and the desires of the body, like you said, hormone production or not. But what happens is that when we are not in the sun, cholesterol can go up, and therefore vitamin D levels are down, because cholesterol gets converted into vitamin D upon sun exposure. So elevated cholesterol, for many different reasons, is a sunshine deficiency syndrome. And the solution is, when you get out into the sun, now your vitamin D levels go up, total cholesterol levels go down. And that's, again, a very important, easy and free proposition.